Well, Lily and I are here for your entertainment. Yes, we are. Thank you for joining me. Sometimes life can be a little bumpy, a little grumpy. You just never know how life is going to be. Ken, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you. What's going on in your part of the world? It's a tiny bit warm here. It's really not that bad, but it is a tiny bit warm. I'm doing my whole new donate to my channel to see my cleavage thing. You like that, Ken? I'm going to tempt you all with, maybe if people donate me, I can unbutton the button, right? Yeah, it was pretty hot today. I mean, we have some clouds that rolled in this afternoon, which kind of dropped the temperature. So it kind of came in and it gave us some shade, cool things off a little bit, but it's nice now. It's right at 89 degrees. We do have a light breeze, so I don't mind the heat. I know a lot of people hate the heat, but personally, I'm okay with the heat. As long as there's a breeze, I don't mind being hot and sweaty because that's the way I naturally am, hot and sweaty. Yeah, the buffering, what happens is I have it on Do Not Disturb, but Messenger, what happened was a friend of Lorelai's in the Philippines just popped up and tried to message her or try to call her. They call her on Facebook Messenger, and that will pause the live stream. And so I try to mute it as fast as I can. If you don't have your phone on, do not disturb, then any text or call or anything can interrupt your live stream on an iPhone. You look like Joe Biden. That's crazy. I look that old? Damn. I thought I was looking pretty good today, man. I didn't think I looked that old. So that's kind of the problem with doing live streams on your phones is that you can get interrupted. And sometimes your phone won't restart. It won't reconnect to the live stream. So I've learned over the years to put it on Do Not Disturb, which greatly helps. But if you give anybody like Lorelai, my wife, um, she is somebody in my phone who can break through anything in case of an emergency. So Lorelai and I can contact each other no matter what's going on our phone, whether they're silent or not. Ours are set up to where the two of us can communicate. Looking good. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. 1308, you're my new favorite person in the whole entire world. I appreciate the donation, the super chat. Appreciate the compliment and the thumbs up, all of that good stuff. Daryl's in the house. Good to see you. You do not look that old, my dude. Yeah, well, yeah, Joe looks old, doesn't he? I mean, he got old quick. He looks old. He looks old. I'm glad I don't look that old. I mean, when you're 21 years of age and you look like you're 30, like I do, it can be kind of tough. But yes, Ventura, California in the house. What's going on in California, man? I got not a lot. I got about a handful of friends, true friends, that live out in California, and every one of them hates it, but they can't get out of California for one reason or the other. So, but I'm glad you're doing well. Everybody said hello to each other, by the way. Remember, if you're blue, you can drop a link. You guys are moderators. You don't have got to ask permission. So, a lot going on today. Not really. My wife's working from home. It's Friday, the day before 4th of July. So her job allows her, she's getting, I guess, double pay. Is that how it works? When you have I haven't had a job in 13 years because I'm a deadbeat, I'm one of those worthless deadbeat YouTube people. I don't remember, plus I was salary, so it didn't really matter. But somehow she gets double the money and she gets to come home and work from her home office. Lily, what are you doing? My dog Lily's going ape shit. There must be a toad under the barbecue grill. So she's in her office working, chatting on the phone with her friends, having a good time because apparently it's a very, very slow day at the office. So she's happy about that. I put a new inner tube in one of my front bicycle tire today. I don't know why it went flat, but it did. So I bought a new inner tube and got that done. Woohoo, big time. We did go to Sam's Club today. We're having a friends over on Sunday, not tomorrow the 4th, but Sunday the 5th. Just to cook dinner, just have some food. We're not doing any big party this year. We do a lot of parties, but they get really old, really tiring. And we recognize that 99% of the people are not very grateful. So this year we're kind of going low key on things. We're going to take some traveling trips like the cruise and other things. Lorelai's been to Chicago and all of those things versus having a bunch of parties here at the house. But Sunday we're going to have a little cookout. I'm making some new dishes. We got a really nice uh, pork backstrap. What do you call it? Pork loin, pork backstrap. That I sectioned up into three, right? Because it's really big. Lorelai's going to make pork adobo out of one of the quarters, and I took another quarter and I dry rubbed it, and I have it wrapped up in cellophane, sitting in the fridge with a really good dry rub that I like from McCormick. And then I will pan sear that on all edges for about 2 minutes each side, and then I'm going to bake it. Then I have another one that's been sitting in like just a good old fashioned American barbecue sauce with some beer. You might go, well, beer, the alcohol cooks off. Yeah, it does. But it's not about the alcohol content, it's about the carbonation. The carbonate, you could use soda. Soda has more sugar in it, but you could use anything that has carbonation in it, tonic water. You want the bubbles, you want the carbonation to get into the meat. What it does, it tenderizes the meat versus flavoring it, and that's what we want. So we're cooking three of those. We did get a watermelon today from Sam's. What else are we cooking? We got a lot. There's only five of us and a baby, so we got way too much food already. I don't know. We got some crab ragoon. Ken says hello to your drywall. Hello, Midwest here. Yes. Ken's drywall. Yeah, Ken's in the middle part of the United States. So am I. I'm in the central part of the United States. I did. I had a few pieces of sushi. I'm busy. I thought you were working. Sounds like you're goofing off. We did buy a little bit of sushi from Sam's for dinner, and we had to get some soda. We decided the other day that we're low on energy. Since we can't be drug whores, that we're going to be over the weekend. Since our friends are coming, we got some soda, and I had to get some Lysol. I think that's about it. We didn't get a whole lot. I hope we didn't get a whole lot. We probably bought something we shouldn't have bought. We always seem to buy something at Sam's that we shouldn't have bought. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. 85 currently feels like 90. Yeah, it's kind of about that same here. It's about 87, 88 degrees here. It feels like 92. But we got a slight breeze going. I got the ceiling fan going above my head. And we got some clouds and stuff. So it's actually pretty nice. I'm all right. I like it. And I put my sunshade down, as you can see, because the sun sets over there and I didn't feel like sitting out in the grass today. So we've been doing that all day long, getting ready for that. Did we do dessert? Oh, we got some cookies for dessert on Sunday. That's all. We didn't buy a big fancy dessert because I'm the only pig in the house. So, and I'm already pig enough. I got to lay off. We got a cruise coming up in a few months, and I gotta drop a couple poundages for the cruise coming up. So, how's everybody else been doing? What have you guys been doing? Is anybody going to fireworks tomorrow? We're not. Now, we have a big professionally done one here in our region, and we don't go to it because it's just so nightmare of a crowd. I mean, it's just crazy. But all of our neighborhoods go ape shit crazy. So we may drive over to another big parking lot that's close to the interstate, where it's close to all of these big neighborhoods, and just sit and watch. Ken says, I will keep it running. Open up and went to the cupboard, and well, it's empty. I mean, you got to go to the store. When you go to the store, ask the man where the cheese is. Do you have any cheese? We didn't buy any cheese today. I don't like cheese at Sam's for some reason. But so I don't know if anybody else is doing any of the fireworks stuff. We're not. We definitely don't waste any money. I don't know what y'all's opinion is on that. But I find spending money on fireworks is bonkers, especially when your communities do it. So I would never buy fireworks just because I'm one too cheap. It's probably the biggest thing. I'm too cheap. I am a little bit disturbed and I am a little bit ashamed of the cities that I've been hearing are canceling 4th of July celebrations and how they're promoting the Somalia independence or whatever it is. I'm very disappointed in those cities and those states. I think no matter who you, and all they're doing is because they don't like Trump. I don't care who the president is, you got to support the country. And if you're not man enough, human enough, decent enough to see the bigger picture, that you're not supporting Trump by celebrating the 4th of July, you're celebrating America, then basically you're a piece of shit and you should move out of my country. So there you go. Happy Face Guy says, hello, good to see you. Galactic's in the house. Good evening, Lord David. Yes, it's the Lord and Master of the universe, me. 1:10 a.m. here. I'm trying to stay awake. Well, I'm glad you're here, Galactic Gaming. Thank you for being here. Happy Face is here saying hello. Who cares about nobody? The people that have been making money off of them. That's it. People that have been making money off of them. The people that have been ripping off the United States government cares about them. That's it. That's it. But to forego celebration in lieu of that country, just because you don't like Trump or the immigration policies, to shit on your own country, and I don't care where you're from, I think people should be very proud of the country they live in. I think you got to have pride where you live, no matter your country. If you don't, you're a coward. Bunch of pirates, yes, you're crazy, FF says. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I've been told that before. You're probably right. You know, I've actually been clinically diagnosed with some mental health issues. FFO, and you're nuts too, yes. Yours is small. My crazy is small? Okay, I would buy that. I don't think my crazy is all that big or prominent. I agree. My crazy is simple. I think my dog's probably crazier than I am. So I don't disagree with it. My crazy is small compared to others. Like some of these anti-American people that live here, that work here, that suck off of our government and off the tax dollars. I think, yeah, I'm just not big on no matter if you're a Philippine citizen, if you're from Africa, if you're from Germany, Australia, you guys need to suck it up and embrace your own country. Yours is black. My crazy is black? All right, I don't get that one. Do you mean dark? Like in deprived and scary and Horrifying? Maybe. You, you never know what's behind the mask, right? You never know what hides behind the mask. So, Collect is asking, how can you be small and black? Well, that's a good point. Some of us are large and white. There you go. Or large and pinkish. Where do you come from? Well, I currently live in the United States. I'm an American citizen, if that's what you're asking. I was birthed by a female, my mother. That's where I came from biologically, but I do live in the United States. I've lived in the Philippines. We've traveled a lot, but we do live in the United States, one of the greatest countries in the world. Somalia, I come from Somalia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're joking? Joking about what? I didn't see a joke. If you're going to tell jokes, they got to be kind of funny. So, you got to make us laugh. If you can't laugh, then your insanity comes rolling in. Yeah, they're all pirates. It's Molly a pirate thing, and I know a lot of that's been supposedly resolved by the military, by the international shipping world. Shooting them down and killing them, blowing their boats out of the water. Indonesia is a great country. You got beautiful women there. Your men are ugly. Food's pretty decent. There you go. Men are ugly there. Women are good looking there. There you go. That's all I really know. The food is okay. So there you go. That's what I know about Indonesia. I know a lot of people like to go there. Ow, ow. So, but I mean, I really do. I see. And here's one thing I do like. I can't remember what state it. I think it's Maine. The governor of Maine has decided they're not going to send a official delegation to the World's Fair in Washington, or the 250th fair, as a state representative, like all of the other states are. So instead, some good random citizens said, fine, we will put our own delegation together and go to Washington, D.C. and represent our state, whether the governor likes it or not. And that's what we want to do. My greetings from Indonesia. Oh, greetings from Indonesia. Why do you live in Indonesia? Were you born there? Were you kidnapped by Somali pirates and dumped off there? Just asking. Do you like it there? Do you want to immigrate to a different country? Maybe Australia is kind of close to you guys, if I remember right. But it sounds like Australia's having all kinds of problems. Jimmy, 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 hey John, how are you, my friend? Father's news, woohoo! How are you, Jimmy? What's going on, man? How's Georgia? Sweet Georgia, mama. If you don't want me to sing, you got to give me money, or at least tell me not to sing. What are we drinking? Tonight I'm just having a brisk Lipton iced tea. Lorelai's in the house. I can't drink any beer outside. She'll go, why are you drinking beer? So I'm drinking just my normal Lipton brisk iced tea. And I do got a backup, kind of like a Body Armor Gatorade type thing. These are pretty good. I did get the wrong ones. These have more sugar than the non-sugar ones, but they're pretty good. I like the Gatorade better, but still pretty good. Long time no talk. Yes, it's been a while since we've talked. Iced tea, heart. I like. Oh, thinking of that, there's a new product out. I want to say there's a new product out there. I think it's by Dole, the pineapple company, and they partnership with like Bacardi rum, and they've got mixers with like pineapple juice, mango juice, and other things like that. Comes in those little cans like this, all ready to drink. I can't wait to try one of those. I've had hard iced tea. Not a giant fan of it, but in a pinch. Big John Taylor's in the house, all the way from the great state of Missouri, right up the road from me. How are you, my friend? So, Jimmy, what's been going on in your world, man? How's the female side of your world going? Any good news on the female front? There's Patrick. Good evening to you, Patrick. I don't know what's happened. I know. There you go. There goes that freaking farting brain cell. I was getting ready to say I don't know what happened to something, but I forgot what the hell I was talking about. So there you go. Telling you, it's hard to be brain damaged. You know. John's good. Everybody said hello to Patrick. You guys all say hello to each other. Patrick, what did you have for dinner? But I think it's Dole pineapple juice. So that, man, it looks really good. It's more fruity, rummy stuff, man. I might buy some. We have a lot of the Cayman stuff. The Cayman, is that what it is? Cayman Jack. That Cayman Jack, which is like margaritas in the can. Those are really good. I mean, really good. Tomorrow I'm going to have a Red Horse beer in celebration of the 4th of July. I'm going to have a Red Horse beer, a beer from the Philippines, to celebrate America's Independence Day. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to drink that nasty ass American Budweiser bullshit. Pot in the house. Pot is in the house. I'm doing good cooking beef stew. Woohoo! It's awful hot for beef stew, my friend. I've been craving a good homemade meatloaf. Pat, will you make me one and send it to me? I've been craving a good homemade meatloaf, but I don't want to cook it because it's hot outside. We're going to cook Saturday. We're cooking pork. Oh, got a couple pompados we're going to cook for Sunday. Probably cook some rice. Hell, I don't know what we're cooking. Now, you guys be careful and not look down my chest at my boobs. Don't be focused on my cleavage. Now, you guys keep your eyes up here. My eyes are here. Remember that. Jimmy, that means hello and Indo. Learned it on the cruise ship. Lots of, yeah, there is. A lot of people from Indonesia, Philippines. That's why if you ever, yeah, how's the cruising going for you? We're excited about October. I know you probably have already been on 2 or 3 this year. So, I'm grilling out on the 4th. Pat says, outstanding. We're not doing anything until Sunday the 5th. So let me get caught up on the chat. Joe says, you are stupid. All right. I'm happy for you. You know, what I have found, young Joes, 4930, when you recognize or acknowledge that somebody is stupid, what you're really doing is saying, would you guys please excuse me? I really want to be here and I want to make comments, but I myself feel like I'm really stupid. So, but we accept stupid people on this channel. You don't got to be very smart to be here, all right? So we accept you for who you are. There's Joe and Jenny's Journey, J3's in the house. Good evening, David. Good day, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. A reminder, Joe, you guys all like, subscribe, and share to each other and to my channel. Pat's dropping a link. I don't know what happened in the last couple of days. I put a new video out, a new intro video. Like hell, I can't get a couple hundred people to watch any of my videos unless they're shorts. So I put out a new intro video, everybody. Pictures of Lorelai when we were young and good looking, and now we're just old and fat. And I put that AI song that MJ made, and in the last couple of days, that thing has gotten almost 4,000 views, and we've gotten about 150 subscribers in the last couple of days. Weird. I don't know if that has anything to do with one another, but it is. Pat says that's my link to my channel. Joe says hello to everybody. My channel is Pat's Philip of Dreams. All is welcome to subscribe. Pat has some new videos up. We got some shorts coming out. Yeah, it's just kind of weird, Joe. Kind of weird, right? I mean, I'm sure it will stop, but still, you take what you can. You take the good with the bad, right? It's like today, Lorelai and I were messing around because she's got some new luggage in for our cruise ship. Jimmy, my wife, bought new luggage just to go on the cruise ship, even though we have luggage. So, I was going to do a long video because she bought a new matching backpack, a carry-on backpack, personal backpack, and a new carry-on luggage. And I started to do it in the long format and went, shit, nobody's going to watch this in a long format, so I'll just bust it up into small segments of a short format. And so I got some of those coming out in the next few days. So there's the young man from Norway. Everybody's hello to Viking. Good to see you, Christian. How are you, man? It's been a little while. If you put out shorts with shorts on, that will be too short. Would it be doubly short? Got to right. Now she has yeah. Oh yeah, trust me, we have luggage out the ass. So who's Jimmy? You're going to go on the cruise than we are. I think you're going earlier than we are. Viking's going to come to America. Let me remind everybody, take this opportunity to remind you, October the 3rd in a place called Branson, Missouri. Some of us are all getting together and hanging out for the weekend. Everybody is invited to Branson, Missouri to meet each other, like-minded people of the YouTube and Philippine worlds. Joe says, hello to you, Viking. Hello. Nice. Yes, September the 17th. We go on the 18th. No, we go October the 18th. Sorry. How cool, all the way from Escobar. Yes, thank you. I'm very cool. Thank you. I feel quite refreshed. Thank you. Everybody say hi to each other. We did find out yesterday, apparently they moved our return flight. So we're going to have a big delay in Miami before we get to come home. So now we don't know what we're going to do during the day because we get off the cruise ship, what about maybe 9? By the time you get through the whole thing, 9, 10 o'clock. Well, our flight now has been pushed to 9 p.m. back out of Miami, so we got to be at the airport at 7. But what are we going to do for 7 or 8 hours in Miami while we're carrying all of our luggage with us? Bad says hello to you. Jimmy Escobar says, how cool you are. Thank you. I look cool. I feel good. Hello. August the 7th and downtown Springfield, Missouri will be the Mother Road Festival. They got a big Mother Road Festival. They call Route 66 the Mother Road of the United States, if you didn't know, is what that is. Patrick says, hello to you. Pat wants to know, where you're from, Escobar? Where are you from? He wants to know. He wants to know if you're good looking. He wants to know if you're single. I'm good looking, but I'm not single, Pat. I just thought I'd throw that out there. You know. The good thing was today my wife didn't have to get jealous when we went to Sam's Club because nobody acknowledged me at Sam's. We weren't in very long, but everybody was so busy they didn't have time to stop and say, hi, I know you. So today my wife didn't get jealous of my beauty being on display at Sam's Club. Escobar says, what? For 8 hours. Now there's wanting to know where you're from. Well, like, where do you live? Don't give your home address, but you know where you live. And they want to know if you're a pretty girl or an ugly guy. I think you're probably a decent human being. Keith is in the house saying hello to everybody. I'm just busting your balls, Escobar, if you have balls. If you don't, I'm busting something else. So, good to see you. Yes, hello, Keith. Good to see you, too. Help out a Filipino pit boss on the ship with luggage once. Well, I bet you did. I bet you did, Jimmy. I know what you mean. I know what that means. Mother Road is the oldest blacktop road in America. There you go. Something to do. You want things to do? Uh-oh. In the middle of America? Not like, oh, well, then you missed a great opportunity. So, thank you all for being members, by the way. Well, there's a lot of Filipinos on boats. I tell guys all the time, if you want to date a Filipino and you don't want to go to the Philippines, go catch a cruise ship. Be flirty and happy. take a lot of pictures and information, and then keep continuing to hang out with them. I'm telling you, easiest thing to do: go on a cruise ship to meet a girl. They'll be happy to chat with you. You know, that's all you got to do. I was talking to some folks the other day who's working on their spousal visas and the visas to bring their wives here and stuff. So there are a lot of exciting things going on. But I don't know. Luckily, I don't have to go through that stuff anymore. A lot of girls on the cruise ships. And cruising is cheap, relatively, versus going to the Philippines, right? You know, you spend what, $3,000 on a trip to the Philippines, or you can spend, you know, $1,500 on a really nice cruise. And you know, what are you going to do? So, Joe, are you going to go to the Blacktop Mother Road celebration? Or well, she could ask my wife for some luggage or clothes. My wife has clothes out the ass. So, Lorelai, you listening? You should probably be listening unless you're not talking to your girlfriends. So, my wife has luggage she can have. Broke her luggage, no time to shop for news. I bought her one. Whoa, you sucker. Whoa. Wow. Runs from Chicago, Illinois, all the way down to Los Angeles, California. Joe's going to go and hang out. We're not. It's too hot. I have no clue what we're doing that part of September. I know we're going to be in Branson on October the 3rd to see Pat and Ken and Jamie and maybe Michael if he comes down and whoever else comes up and around. Tony, the Walrus, you know, anybody. You guys are all welcome to invite your own people to it. Maybe Jimmy will come up from Georgia. He needs a break. So the wife just got back from Chicago. Funny thing is she's got some friends that are not going to go. They asked her last night if she wanted to go to Chicago. And she's like, well, you know, I just kind of got back from Chicago. So, no, I don't really want to go back. I just got back. So, we are going to try to go to maybe Silver Dollar City this summer. If we had money, we'd go a lot of places, but we don't have money, so we don't go a lot of places. No money, no honey. And remember, if you're looking for a woman, no matter what country you're in, if you got a wallet full of that honey or full of that money, the honey will come. Just saying. Planning on it. Nice. We're kind of looking forward to our cruise and our meetup in October. Summer's going to get hot now. It's going to start getting warm. So we'll probably just do a lot of little stuff. Try to get some fishing in. I hear that, Dave. Yes. Patrick says to sub to you. Michelle, to sub to you. Subscribe to you. Subscribe. Both of them. Whatever. Pat, good job, buddy. Appreciate that. What kind of channel do they have? Did you check it out? What's it about? Because I don't remember. Keith's channel is about trains. I remember that. But, and Jimmy's is all about naked Filipino women. So I remember his channel. So, but I don't know what hers channel is about. The videos are too fast, short. Okay. All right. Well, we got to have a lot of support channels, you know, to help. We love support channels. We do. We like giving, advice. Are you guys looking down my chest again? Hey, eyes up here. Come on. Put your eyes up here. My eyes are here, not here. Subscribe. Lily, you all right? Oh, guess what? I got to do a short on it, but guess what? My dog. Guess what? Here's what's really funny. We make absolutely no money on YouTube. We're in the hole, right? And I keep e-begging and e-begging and e-begging. Yeah, e-begging for money to help me buy my Filipina a house. Get nowhere. My damn dog gets gifts in the mail all the time. So we had another company reach out to us, sent her a cooling vest for the summer for my dog. I can't even get a damn hat. More or less a house. But my dog gets a cooling bed, a portable bed. She's gotten a bowl. She's gotten collars. She's gotten clothes. And now she's got some kind of cooling vest. That's really cool looking. I don't understand. I mean, is that fair? My dog gets treated better on my channel than I do. And I don't quite understand that. Is that me? Or is it my dog? Because my dog's cute or because I'm ugly? One of the two. What is it? So, well, is anybody going to big fireworks tomorrow night? Are you going to? We live in a heavy populated area in my part of the country, and they do a lot of fireworks. They spend a lot of money. We're very patriotic here. We like America here. We love America here. We're not one of those crazy ass states and people that hate everybody. So they're going to do fireworks out the ass here. Every neighborhood, everywhere. Fireworks are going to be everywhere. So we don't got to go far. We do have some at the Arkansas Music Pavilion. It's a gigantic kind of stadium that they put on every year. But it's just too crowded. You want a cooling mat, David? Yes. I'll get you one, cute. Well, she got a cooling mat last year, so now she's got a cooling vest, a cooling like hammock bed that's portable, and cooling vest, cooling bed, and a cooling mat. I get nothing. You know, I've been trying to hunt down frozen turkeys because I'm running out of frozen turkey to feed her. Again, maybe Cargill would give me some frozen turkeys. That would be helpful. You know, but I'm just trying to buy my wife my Filipina wife a house. That's my only goal in life is to make sure my Filipina, who comes from the Philippines, who comes from a very poor country, has a house to live in. Yeah, Joe says, yeah, well, Joe, you're not far from us. So, your world is the same as ours. Your state, Big John lives in your state. Your state likes America too. You guys are America. Pat's state is America. But, I guess the state of Maine's not America, and Boston's not America anymore. They were waving the Somali flag over the American flag at the government buildings. And I thought there was laws about what can be raised at government buildings when it comes to flags. I thought there was truly at government buildings only the United States flag, the state flags, and like the the black flag for the military. I can't think what it's called. Missing in action flag. I thought those type of flags were the only type of, not rainbow flags, not Somali flags. None of that shit should be flown on government property. It shouldn't. What should be flown on a government property is state flags and American flags. Everywhere I turn is shooting. Are they shooting fireworks or shooting guns? She wants a house in Cebu, right? Hey, look, if it makes somebody give me money to say yes, she needs a house because she's in yes, she wants it in the Philippines and we need money. She needs money, but no, we're not going to live in the Philippines permanently. We have land up there. We don't know what we're doing with it, but she's going to retire here, and that's why, to be honest, no. But she's going to retire here, and that's why I need to get her a house here in America because I really worry with the age difference and the health difference. How many years she's gonna? I can't have her paying a mortgage. She's not going to make the type of money to pay a big ass mortgage, right? And the houses are. I just can't do it. I don't get it. POW flag. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. I can't remember what that was. What it was called. But Jimmy, if it helps people, yes, she lives in Cebu and we need a flag for Cebu. Our house for Cebu. We need to get her a Nipa hut in the Philippines. It's going to cost, I don't know, 2 million pesos. So I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I just see all these other people e-begging and saying, "Oh, my grandma died 12 times, and I need to get my auntie a refrigerator, or my auntie needs a new roof, or my cousin needs a new roof, or this and that." Well, I need a house for my wife. You know, I want to e-beg. Apparently doesn't work very well on my end. The black flag is known as the POW or missing in action. Yes. All right. I think it was the POW. So I think those are, I don't think a pride flag should be on a government property. I don't think they should be in schools, but I don't think any other flag should be in schools either, except for the appropriate state and American flags. Now, if you're teaching civic and government, if you're teaching world history, having all the different, yeah, sure. All right. I got you. No problems with that. Educational purpose. I don't have anything against individuals waving their whatever flag they want. Maybe we make a flag for fat peoples that wear tropical shirts. So I have no problem with anybody doing that and waving it all you want. I just have a problem with sticking it in government buildings and saying everybody better recognize this. So that's where I'm at on that. So Jimmy, Lily, what are you doing? So Jimmy, do you think it would help if I told people that she's a poor Filipina in the Philippines and she needs permanent housing in the Philippines like all these other liars on YouTube? You know, it's just really bad of me to lie. I just have a problem lying. I'm not a good well, I'm a really good bullshitter, but I'm not a really good lying bullshitter. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to keep a straight face when I'm trying to hustle people. Keep your eyes up here, by the way. You know, we're looking here, not here. So, Patrick is in the house. Patrick, are you going to make me a homemade meatloaf, freeze it, and ship it to me? Better make a good one. I want a good meatloaf, not some crappy Cracker Barrel meatloaf. I've been craving meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and gravy, but we'll see. But we don't go out and eat much anymore because of the stupid tipping situation. That, I don't know if people, does anybody else in the chat here not eat out as much because of tipping? Do you guys ever think about the tipping situation? Does it bother you? Do you not give a rat's ass? What about the 3 to 5% fee now, like in Florida and other states, Texas, other places that restaurants can charge you just for coming into their restaurant? Whatever your bill is, they add 3 to 5% on just for being there. So I don't eat out as much. We don't, which is good for our wallets. Somebody's making noise in my neighborhood. I think Lily got tired and ran inside to get something to drink. I don't tip. I'm cheapskate. Well, I tip in the right situation, but I'm not going to tip you when I walk up to the counter and order it and pick up my own food. I'm just not going to do it. Patrick says, I give a tip as long as there's good waitresses and if they're not rude. No tipping. I haven't seen the fee yet. Oh, yeah. Florida just passed a law about it. Yet, but tipping doesn't bother me. I was a waiter for 12 years. I don't mind tipping, and we're actually pretty good tippers. I don't like being mandated to tip. These restaurants that put a sign up that says, if you can't afford to tip, then you can't afford to eat out. Well, kiss my ass. All right, I won't come to your restaurant then. I'll go to somewhere else. I don't like that. I don't. What has happened is there's a lot of places now are charging 3 to 5% facilities fee. And in the state of Florida just passed a law that those restaurants now have to fully disclose it on every menu, easy to be read by the customers. Because apparently there's lawsuits in Florida because people didn't know they were being charged this extra money because it was hidden in the fine print on somebody on their websites. That's how they got away with it. But the government of Florida, Santos said no. You're going to put it front and center. If you're going to do it, then the patrons need to know up front. And that's happening nationwide. I found out from watching that about in Florida that apparently happens all over the place. I haven't seen it here, but then again, we don't go out and eat as much. I give about $5 to $10. That's it. Well, I do a good. I usually do anywhere from 20 to 25% of the ticket, and I'm one of the people that I round everything up. So I don't sit there and do the math exactly. I look at it and go, well, 20% is $23.84. I round it up to 25. So we always round up. And now they don't got to pay taxes on the tips. So they shouldn't be bitching as much because they get more of the tip. They get 100% of the tip now. But I don't know if the restaurants, because to me it's kind of like fraud or bait and switch. If they can't afford to operate without your 3 to 5% for coming into the restaurant, why don't they just jack up their food prices? Instead of having your food price set at 37%, maybe you set your food cost at 42%, right? You jack it up instead of, doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they do that on the card too. Now, the card's a different thing. That's a different thing. There's a Visa charge, a Discover charge. And here's the funny thing, a lot of that's fake. And what I mean by that is this: a lot of restaurants are big enough that they do enough volume, that Discover card, let's say Discover, they do enough of a volume that percentage isn't there or it goes down to 1%. But the restaurant still charges you 3% to use your Discover card. Now, they pay Discover 1% and they keep the 2%. They don't pass it on to you because they do enough volume. That's why that works. The other problem they have is with a debit card. There's a lawsuit in, I want to say Mississippi or Tennessee, because places are charging that fee on your checking debit card, which is illegal in these states. And there's a big doo-rah-rah and lawsuits and fights and everything going on because you can't charge a credit card fee on a debit card. That's not the same thing. Patrick says, right on. Patrick says, I always like the buffet, all you can eat, not too many around. Yeah, we don't really like buffets, to be honest, Pat, because one, they're expensive. And two, I just don't eat enough. And Lorelai really, really has to work hard. We go to this Asian one. We have an Asian one here that's a really good buffet. It's pretty good. And we like the people. They're super, super nice to us. They know who we are by name. And we go there, and it's like $50 a head. So Lorelai has to eat the living shit out of the food to eat $50 worth. And then she has to eat my share because I eat about $10 worth of sushi. I grab some sushi and I have some green tea ice cream. And that's pretty much all I eat there for $50. So, and we tip them really well. They're great people. They treat us really, really well. But we just don't eat that much. By Bradenton, Florida, Maggie's Buffet was a good place to eat. Yes. I saw a list of worst buffet restaurants the other day, and Golden Corral made the top 10 of worst buffets. I don't know Maggie's. I've been to Bradenton, Florida, when we lived down in Fort Myers. So I've been there. I don't remember that place. But it's just buffets are so gigantic. And the other thing I've learned over the years about buffets is their food is suited to the masses, meaning it's kind of like cafeteria food. It's all kind of bland. So, yeah, but We do. There is another buffet place. It's not a buffet. There is another restaurant here called the Catfish Hole, which is really famous where we are. Catfish Hole. They got the greatest freaking hush puppies, homemade, and they sell catfish. And it's all the catfish you can eat. They just keep bringing you fresh, fried, farm raised fresh catfish. It's not a buffet, but you just eat all you want. Like French fries and hush puppies and coleslaw and beans and catfish. And we like those people. They're very nice. They're very generous to our community. I mean, they're very generous part of the community. Good restaurant, though. Also, Kentucky has the best buffet, Kentucky Fried Chicken. And like that, Pat? Yes. You love fried catfish? Jimmy loves fried cat. Well, you're in Georgia, right, man? You guys should be having all kinds of fried catfish. Um, I don't mind it. I get a little burned out on it pretty quick, but I do like it if I haven't had it in a while and if they got a good tartar sauce. Lucy is in the house. Everybody say happy birthday to Lucy. We're all going to sing happy birthday to Lucy. So you guys all get ready in a second or two. And we're going to sing happy birthday to Lucy. She just turned 34 years of age, even though she barely looks 21. So we're going to sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I don't even know what the words are. Happy birthday to you. You are now older than you were yesterday. Happy birthday. Hope you have many more. Hell, I don't know what the damn song is. But anyway, happy birthday. Hope you guys enjoyed that rendition of the happy birthday song. And if you did, don't, hey, I seen that. Keep your eyes up here. Don't be looking here. Up here. Come on. Mhm. Everybody's saying happy birthday. Thank you for doing that. She's uh she's getting up there in age, you know. 34 is close to 40. It's closer to 40 than 20. So no, but happy birthday. We're happy everybody has a birthday. I have a birthday. Oh, here's the real problem. I'm starting to get old. I think I've told you guys this. I'm starting to get old. I don't understand. I look old and ugly. I mean, I saw pictures of me when I first met Lorelai over the phone. Man, I was a good-looking guy. Then I got married, and hell, I went downhill the last 13 years. I don't know what happened to me. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Jimmy. Ding is in the house. Happy birthday to you. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you for doing that, Ding. We appreciate you very much. How are you in your part of the world? What part of the world are you from? Tell everybody where you're from so they know and they can say hello to you. Hello, Ding, and thank you very much. But man, I'm telling you, maybe the key is not to look at pictures when you were young and good looking. Then you don't know that you're not anymore. I don't know. Lucy, are you going to do anything special for your birthday? I mean, are you like going skydiving? Are you going to go snowboarding in the Aspen Mountains? Or you going to go Bigfoot hunting? You doing anything special? You going to go chase aliens? What are we doing for your birthday? Or are you going to be just like me and pretend it's not happening? Things as done, shared, brother. Yes, thank you. We need all the love we can get, man. We're trying to grow this channel because I'm trying to buy my wife, my Filipina wife, a house. She needs a place to live, and that's why I do YouTube. Is I'm trying to raise funds for that. So thank you for sharing us out and giving us a thumbs up. So you are in the Philippines. Outstanding. What's going on in the Philippines this morning for you, nighttime for me? Do you love the Philippines? Do you have dreams of traveling to somewhere else? Lucy said, I'm really not going to do anything special. Pizza Hut, ooh, and cheesecake. Ooh, ooh, pizza. Well, I haven't had Pizza Hut in, shit, 15 years, maybe 12 years. Now, cheesecake, you got me. I'm a cheesecake whore. I'm telling you. I'll do anything you want for cheesecake. I'm telling you, you get me some good cheesecake, not that shit, frozen shit at Walmart, but I mean real cheesecake. Ah, shit. Oh, oh, shit and butt farts. Woo! Woo! Give me some of that. I like it. I like it. Oh, my God, I like cheesecake. Holy shit and butt farts. My goodness gracious. You got me all fired up now. Woo! Man, love cheesecake. Mm-mm. I like cheese too, though. The funny thing is, when I go on the cruise ship and we have dinner, we go to the fancy dinner. What I usually do is I get the cheese plate and cheesecake for my dinners every night on the cruise ship. Strawberries or cherries? Oh, I don't care. Blueberries, strawberries, cherries. Hell, I don't care. Turtle cheesecake, mango cheese. I love mango cheesecake. Dragon fruit. I don't give a crap what it is. I really just love cheesecake, and I love any type of fruit on it. You know, I like this. I like it. I'm telling you, I like. I don't like the what I call like the I don't know, like the Oreo cookie cheesecake. Now that's not cheesecake. That's not cheesecake. I'm talking about a nice, clean piece of cheesecake with some good fruit over it, and I don't care what it is. Mango, blueberry, strawberry. I think if I had my raspberry, I'm a big raspberry cheesecake fan. Woo-hoo. Jimmy is saying, Ding is over in McCall. Hope you were not affected by all of the earthquakes. Yes. Ding, how the earthquakes in your part of the world? Are you doing okay? You know, if anybody ever needs a fundraiser, I can do fundraisers for you. I only take 99% of it, and then I pass on the 1% to you. So, no, we don't do that. Just kidding. But yeah, we hope the earthquakes didn't bother you. I saw that. Oh, did you see down? Well, I know you didn't see it, but here in America, yeah, we had some people killed in Fort Myers Beach due to a lightning strike today. That was really wicked. Ding says, "Yeah, we're used to it. You are. You know, it's kind of like the typhoons that come through there, right? The earthquakes. It's like every other business in the. It blew my mind how resilient the people of the Philippines are. How they literally can have shit and things falling all around them. And they're like, yeah, you know, it happens. They just pick up and keep going. Us in America, we'd be crying like baby bitches. Oh my God, you know, where's the National Guard? We need to be, you know, rescued. Yeah, because I was in the Philippines. I'm like, holy shit, when Typhoon Odette wiped us out, what the fuck do we do? Everybody else is, oh, yeah, whatever. Sarah Lee has good cheesecake. I like the new, it is, it's good for the frozen stuff. You're talking about the one that has the little whippy on around the edges with the strawberries? It's okay. I agree. For the frozen stuff, it's good stuff. Now, if you go to Sam's Club, they do have a sampler box that has like the different types in it. They come in little cubes. They're really good for parties. We buy them for parties. And they're wrapped in individual little pieces of paper and they're about, you know, yay big, inch by inch by inch. Those are pretty good little cheesecake bites. That's a pretty good cheesecake for 17 bucks for like 50 or 60 pieces of three different types of cheesecake. Those are really good. I like those. Ding says, Yippers, we are resilient. Just like it's a normal thing here. I know. It blows your mind. It blows your mind. I mean, hell, Arleg, you know, I think it's funny or weird that so many people from Europe has been in America and they're shocked that we have air conditioning. Hell, I'm shocked that they don't have air conditioning. I'm sitting here thinking, how the hell can Europe not have air conditioning? The Philippines has air conditioning. But I agree. You guys are tough. You guys got to figure out how to deal with that. But once again, if you're used to dealing with it, then, you know, it does kind of become normal, right? It's normalized. Around here, we had a tornado 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, that came in and did a lot of damage. We're still recovering from that. I mean, it's 99% recovered, but it changed our landscape. But that only happens to us, God, once in a blue moon, if ever. So for us, it was a big, big deal here, you know. But over in Oklahoma or Mississippi, where they seem to have a lot more tornadoes than we do, then, you know, they're a little bit more like, yeah, whatever. We don't bother actually. Yeah, it's kind of like the flooding. The flooding that all happened. We got a lot of friends in the Philippines, and I was just shocked at them just ringing us up and saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, how are you?" "Oh yeah, we're fine. We're just ankle deep in mud." Which is a good thing. And ding, what I'll tell you, tell everybody else listening. As somebody like me, I look at the Philippines and go, look, you people are super resilient. Now, if you would only get to the point where you guys had pride in your country and a drive to make it better, you guys could be one of the richest countries in the entire world. If you took that resilience that you guys had, cleaned up the Philippines, took charge of the Philippines, had pride in the Philippines, you guys would be richer than you could ever imagine in the Philippines. Just saying. Mm. Has anybody gone to the Cheesecake Factory? I'm still stuck on cheesecake. I had cheesecake in the Philippines, and it was really good at the Cebu Waterfront Hotel. We had cheesecake there. Woo-hoo. It was a good cheesecake. Now, that was like 14 years ago, but I remember it now. We still had good cheesecake. I had mango flavored cheesecake for the first time. And the Cebu Waterfront Hotel in Cebu. First trip I made there was over Christmas, and that a really nice dessert place in that restaurant and a good buffet. I only know two things of Bacol Express, and 1 month ago, Mayon. All right. We Ding, if you're asking me, everybody else shout out where you're from, so Ding knows. We are currently in the United States. My wife is from Cebu, and we've lived there, but we live here. We've been here 99% of the time, but we've been in Cebu before. My wife is from there. My wife is eating ice cream from Cebu. No, not from Cebu. She's from Cebu. The ice cream's from Sam's Club. Jimmy's down in the Atlanta, Georgia area, which we won't hold that against him. You know, I know one of my jokes kind of fell on, kind of went over. I got at Zandy's head the other day. Zandy is kind of new to our channel group. She's married to an old boy in Texas. Good channel, bigger channel. Seems like a nice person. But I told her the other day that I would forgive the fact that her husband was from Texas. I think that just went right over the head because she has no clue, about the rivalries, Georgia, Texas, Arkansas, Alabama. So Jimmy is from Atlanta, Georgia. Patrick is in the house. He's from the land of Indiana. Let's see. Joe is from Missouri, a state called Missouri. Big John is from Missouri. Well, there is Henry. Henry HDRN is in the house. He's from the great state of Mississippi. Hello, everybody. I'm still breathing and at home for a week. Well, where you been? We've been talking about you. Have your ears been burning? Where you been? Have you been sick again? You've been traveling? What have you been doing? Henry, you got to give us the lowdown, the scoop, the 411. All right? Yeah. All right. Is that information 411 or 911? 411. We hope you're still doing well. We got some of the fishing friends that have kind of joined us recently that I've met that are fishing up there in Diamond, Mississippi, up there north of Bay St. Louis. They got a fishing channel there. Thing says, hello to you, Jimmy from Georgia. Oh, Georgia, sweet Georgia, on my mind. Hey, you guys look here. Don't be looking here. Look, keep them eyes up. I'm talking here, not here. Let's see. Trying to get over this sickness. You've been sick all this time? Do they know what's wrong with you, by the way? There's our good friend Ozzy. Happy 4th of July, my brother. Good to see you in the house. Woohoo! Tomorrow's 4th of July, by the way. Today's July the 3rd. She's digging up a toad. Yeah, she's trying. There's a big toad under there. Everybody said hello to Ozzy. Ozzy, good to see you. Happy 4th of July to you. Hope you're doing well. Let me remind everybody, because I'm hoping Jimmy and Ozzy will come to Branson, Missouri in October and join us. Maybe Henry will drive up for it. Ding, you're in the Philippines, but you're welcome to fly over from the Philippines to a place called Branson, Missouri and join us on October the 3rd. Ken is in the house. He says, I am back. Start it all over. Well, Ken had to go get some groceries. He said his cupboards were bare, so he went next door to his neighbor's house and stole them out of the neighbor's pantry. Don't feel bad about that, Ken. I do it all the time. My neighbor just doesn't know it. Thinking of that, did you ever as a kid sneak into somebody's garage when they had a big freezer sitting out there and you snuck in their garage and opened up their freezer and took stuff out? You guys ever do that? I didn't do it. Just asking if you guys did it. Ding says, we are kilometers far away from Mayon, the volcano, but we have our own volcano there. Bolasome volcano. I know I didn't pronounce that right. Volcanoes, active volcanoes are worrisome. There's anything. He's my good friend that has a great fishing channel. So we've got a great family channel. You guys all say hello to each other, subscribe to each other. Thank you for the thumbs up. In the event, I haven't been able to catch you in the mornings, but how have you been doing? He does live streams in the mornings, by the way. Fishing live streams. And he actually catches fish. When I go fishing, I really don't catch any damn thing. Pat Ding subbed and commented my channel is Pat's Philippine Dreams. Yes, please connect to Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Great idea. I know, man. I'm full of them. We were talking about cheesecake here. Lucy's having a birthday. She brought up cheesecake, and I went ape shit because I like cheesecake so much. Ding loves to travel, so he's going to come to Branson, Missouri in October. Very good. No, as a kid, I painted a garage. What? Ken, what did you do? No, as a kid, I painted a guy's garage floor once. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I did a lot of bad things. Here's my wife. Am I want to say no? My wife just joining us, but she's not joining us. You guys all behave. I'm going to break. Lorelai's working from home today. She's getting my quadruple pay, making a $100 million. And she's talking to all of her friends. She's having ice cream. All right, let me get caught up here. I thought Henry said something. Henry. Let's see. The doctors here don't know anything, so I got to go back down to the golf and then you got the specialist to go over, figures out what's going on. So hopefully, I just want to see your face. My wife says she just wants to see my beautiful face. Look here, don't be looking here. Everybody else needs to be looking here. Look here, all of you is out there. Keep your eyes up here. You know I'm talking here or here. The wife says hello, by the way. Hopefully I can get better soon. Well, man, I'll give you some advice. As somebody who's been deathly ill many times, if you're not getting the answers you need, find another damn doctor. Find another hospital. Because doctors will kill you trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Hello, Brother Henry. Good to see you. And even as kids age, it's less and less PG. I mean, my kids curse like privates. Well, I know what you mean, man. Hello, Patrick. Jimmy. David, you have to say the fishy to catch fish. Tell him, Patrick. That's right. Maybe I'm not holding my mouth correctly. Noted Pat Ding says, thank you for doing that, Patrick. We appreciate you, Brother Henry. Hello, Lorelei. Jimmy says, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. He says, Lorelei, your husband is the best looking husband of all couples I've ever seen on YouTube. Well, thank you, Jimmy. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Ding Dong. Ding. Sorry, not Ding Dong. You know, they have ding dongs in the Philippines. I bought one, remember? Mm-hmm. It didn't taste good, but they had them. Ken says, hello to you, Patrick. Lorelei, Patrick says, hello, Lorelei. You are so lucky to be married to David. It is unbelievably how lucky you are.
Is that really what they said?
Yeah, you can read the chat. It's right here, trust me. I wouldn't lie. I never lie on my YouTube channel. Are you crazy? Oh, what the hell was that?
That's big, huh?
Uh-oh. I think that was like a small dragon came in to try to kill us.
He just went, gone,
I
looked
think
like a lightning.
I think he came in and got a bug. I think he got one of those wasps. Man, we had a dragon come in and try to kill me. I was going to throw myself over Lorelei to protect her, but, luckily I didn't have to do that. Yes, Lorelei, I'm buying the QT Pie a cooling pad. He's going to buy. I was telling him that we can't get anything for ourselves, but Lily's got a new cooling jacket. Yeah. She got a cooling traveling bed. She's got another cooling mat, a doggy bowl, all these things from people. And so Jimmy is saying, yes, Lorelei, I'm going to be buying your doggy a cooling. Wait, who's Cutie Pie? Me or dog? I guess we got to clarify that, Jimmy. Am I the Cutie Pie or are you talking about Lily the dog? Just got to clarify, Hey, don't be looking here. Come on, keep your eyes up. Henry says, wait, I need to lay back down because I'm about to fall over. So have fun, everybody. Talk to you guys soon as I can. All right, Henry, if you need anything, just message us. But it's good to see you or talk to you for a second. We hope you get better. Remember, fire your doctors and get somebody else. Don't piss around with doctors. Doctors will kill your happy ass trying to figure out what's wrong, especially because they don't really give a shit. And they will sit there and spin their wheels and say, well, come back. Come back. Yeah, come back. Don't do that. Ken says, Goodwill, Henry, good to see you. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Guess what Jimmy said? Come on.
Handsome.
Says, yes, I am the cutie pie.
See? I knew it.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy's the one that sucks up to all the Filipino girls on the cruise ships. And he's the one that goes on the cruise ships hitting up the Filipino women. Mm. I'm not buying anything for your dog. Lorelei, get her a million things. What's that? Lorelei got her millions of things already. Oh my God. You can't imagine. No, this is Jimmy. Yeah, we have clothing, toys. Yeah. We have a lot. She did get a new collar the other day for $3 on clearance. And Lily did need a new collar. So we saved some money there. Jimmy's not going to buy our dog anything. He's just going to buy me things. He's going to take me on a cruise, is what he said. Not you, but me. He said I could go play poker with him, and he'd pay the whole entire bill. Ooh. There you go. Just like Jimmy's like, oh, shit. It's good. It's all good. Our dog, we had dogs. Our dog is definitely spoiled rotten, let me tell you. It's one of the most spoiled, rottenest animals in the whole entire planet Earth.
Where's she at? Going back again there?
She's trying to
leave that alone.
She's trying to get there's a big toad living under my barbecue grill, and she's trying to get to it. Jimmy says, since when does a dog need arch support running shoes? That's a good point. I need to get some, I've been looking at them. Lorelei convinced me to do it. I need to get some arch fit sandals for the summer and the cruise ship. They're Skechers. I know what they are. I just need to go buy some one these days. So I do need to get some, sandals like, that has the leather strap or whatever. And I got a pair, really, really old pair of like Tommy Bahamas or somebody's, but they're like 25,000 years old and all wore out. I need to get a new pair of those. Thinking of shoes.
Oh, I wonder why you don't eat the sushi.
I did eat some sushi.
It's sting. There's something, they put a wasabi in there. Inside.
Oh, the spicy stuff? Yeah, I only ate one of those. Jimmy, and you got to buy 2 pair at a time. Yes. Yeah. If you're talking about buying shoes for a doggy, you got to get 2 pairs. You can't just get 1 pair. Doggies have 4 legs. Did you know that? Well, technically, Lily has 3.5. So you could get one of the shoes back and see if you can get a discount. But yeah, but she's learning to do well on her club foot. She's doing pretty well on her club foot. Oh man, it's nice. I feel like I'm sweating a little bit. I feel good. I like the heat. Oh my God, you are a nut job.
Sweating is dehydration if you're not exercising. It's not losing burning fats.
Do I,
It's dehydrating you.
do I look like I need to burn fat?
I'm just saying.
My wife says I need to burn fat. No, no, no. So Jimmy, are you going to do anything for the holiday? Are you going out tomorrow night to like a fireworks event or anything there in Atlanta? Or what's going on in that world? I don't know what Ken is doing tomorrow night. Ken, are you doing anything tomorrow night? We're not going to really do anything. We may sneak around and drive around and spy or just sit in the backyard and watch because here where we live, everybody is going to go ape shit tomorrow. They're not supposed to, but trust me, they're going to go ape
The
shit.
food here is more expensive than in Chicago.
My wife says that from her experience of being in Chicago a few weeks ago, that food is more expensive where we live here than it is in the grocery store in Chicago.
Yeah, even the restaurant there is.
The restaurants are cheaper.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But we live in that's why we got to move. We got to move to a poor part of the country that is beautiful and nice and clean and safe. Does anybody know a very clean, nice, safe that rich people would like to live at that is actually made for poor people? That's where we need to go.
We're the third. We're one of the third that people move based on the survey.
Uh-huh.
People moving.
We're in the top 3 of where people move to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the top 3 of where people move to in the United States. You're going to go play poker tomorrow. Woohoo! Lucy's in the house. Lucy just turned 34, by the way. Did you know that?
No, congratulations.
My wife says, happy birthday to you, Lucy. Congratulations. She's just reminding you that someday you'll be old, like 40. My wife just turned 40 today, is why I said that. Poker. You and Galactic Gaming need to get together. Jimmy, you know, Galactic Gaming is a professional poker player in Europe. I don't know if you knew that or not.
He's really a professional?
He is now. Yeah. He's turned professional. He's playing tournaments and winning and finishing and high in the money. So Galactic Gaming, his name's Rob. Jimmy, you guys need to connect because you might have a lot in common. He does, and he comes to America and plays in Vegas once in a while. So he's a good guy. He's not handsome like me, but he's a good guy. You know, just saying. But yeah, he's been playing a lot in Europe. Did I ask Lucy what she was doing tomorrow night for? I know she's not. She's going to eat cheesecake and pizza for her birthday.
Yeah, she will get a boo-boo in there.
Yeah. And we're worried that Lucy, we are worried that our dog Lily will scratch herself while she's trying to go after the toad that lives under my barbecue grill.
I hope there's no sharp in there. There's no, like, tetanus.
Probably. We'll probably have to take her to the vet and spend another $10,000 on her. Dogs are expensive to own, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Especially winter.
Aha!
All right.
Hey, Lily girl. See? There's an... why I can't have pigs in this house?
Wiener dogs are the best dogs to have. I'm telling you. They are the greatest dogs in the world, but
what is it?
They are troublemakers. Kind of like wives. I suck at poker. I'm just there to drink beer and talk shit and flirt with the waitresses. Well, there you go. But maybe Galactic can help you out and make it a little bit better. And I think, you know, he's there to flirt with the girls too. He doesn't, I think he quit drinking because he needed his head to be clearer. But I never know. See, Jimmy, I'm the type of poker player. Well, now that I'm married, I can't flirt. But I like to play the video poker machines. I told everybody the other day that I'm not really big on sitting with people and playing poker unless I personally know them. I don't like strangers so much. But I really like going to the casino on the cruise ship or over here in Oklahoma and playing the video poker machines. I like that. It's good entertainment. I like it. And it's not real complicated. Right now, the slot machines are so damn confusing. I don't know what they mean. All these weird dragons and all these other weird pictures. I don't know what I'm supposed to match. I don't get it. Jimmy is a playboy. Woohoo, says Ding. Hey, all of us great looking Americans are playboys. That's my wife. My wife thought I was a playboy because of my last name. Yeah. You know, my name is Pack Playboy, handsome man. Well, I may have been the toad that I got rid of the other day. That was really big. Jimmy's a playboy. Patrick, have you heard of the Hollywood casino abandoned? Have you ever been? No. No, I've never been to a casino in California. I'm assuming it's in California. I've been to a couple of casinos in Mississippi and elsewhere. Casinos are cool to go to. Texas or Oklahoma, wherever the hell they were. Casinos are cool to go to, but you don't want to spend a lot of time there because you will have to pay. There are abandoned ones. All right, shows on YouTube. Cool. So, but I think casinos, it kind of reminds me of a cruise ship. So it's kind of like when you walk on a cruise ship, there's no clocks. Everything is to get your attention focused on other things. You walk into a casino, and within about 2 minutes inside the door, you're just surrounded by things to keep you distracted. And they look nice. Woohoo! Jimmy says, yes, ding. The Filipinas on the ships love my full house. Oh my goodness gracious. The house always wins. You just need to find one, settle down, and get married to.
What happened?
That's what you need to do, Jimmy. We need to get you married off. We need to get you and Ozzy all married off. Patrick, all of you guys need to be married off. Ozzy from the great land of Connecticut, if he's still up there. Patrick says he's up for it. He's up to getting married. I got a friend who would like to get married to a Filipina, and he keeps meeting them, but he keeps rejecting them. And I said, well, you know, one, maybe you ought to just quit rejecting them. Patrick says, yippers, I'm up for it. Line them up. Bring them on.
What is it?
Bring them on. You can do it, Pat. I think the key is to be picky, but not too picky. You know, when an opportunity comes along, you got to jump on the opportunity. So, but we need to get Jimmy married off so Jimmy behaves. And Ozzy needs a wife, too. Ken needs another one. He needs his fifth or sixth. Ken, if you're still there. You know, maybe his seventh. Sorry, Ken. Just thought I'd throw that out there. And I wonder where Jamie is tonight. She's not Filipina, but she doesn't need one. Pat, are you talking to any of them here yet? Are you doing any of that, Patrick? So, but Jimmy, you're right. And the real thing, the house really does always win. You never beat the house. Never. Ken says, no. He says no until a pretty one pops up and says, hey, baby, what you doing? What's your name? My name is Bambi. You want to take me out for a drink, big looking, studly man? And then it's all over with, right? Some on YouTube and some on ChristianFilipina.com. Excellent. Just keep up doing what you're doing and let it fall into place. My wife is going back into the house to go back to do her job. She's working today. instead of harassing me. Fireworks are starting in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear those. I wonder where Tim is tonight. Tim may be hanging low because, he doesn't really like fireworks and stuff, so we may not see Tim for a couple of days. Because I know he doesn't probably want to hear them going on. Ding, yes. So Ding, are you married? Are you single? What are you doing? You got 20 kids, 10 kids? Come on, give me some dirt that we can talk about on you. We need to have some fun with you. You know any single women for Patrick? Or Ken? Or Jimmy? I'll say it. She's spying on us. You can say hello to her yourself. She's watching us to make sure I behave. I know what she does. She spies on me. She does. I know what she does. I know Filipinas. Filipinas are the most jealous females in the entire freaking world. I'm just telling you. Still searching for your soulmate. My God, you live in a country full of them. Why are you so picky? Look, do you, why? Let me first, let's get into this. I'm here to be your life coach. I'm here to be your mentor. This is for all of you. And I don't even charge for my mentoring ship. Don't do it. But you live in a country full of women who love to get married. And you can't find your soulmate? Now, maybe your soulmate doesn't exist. Maybe you think you're thinking wrong. Well, we've all been betrayed, right? We've all been hustled. We've all been scammed. We have. Not only by Filipinos, but by American women, by people in our own country. We've all been there, done that. Can't hurry love, but you gotta go there to make it work. You do, and that's kind of my point. If you get burned, Pat's been burned. I hope Pat don't mind me saying that. But just because you get burned, if you don't get back on the horse, if you get thrown from a horse, if you don't get back up on it, you're never going to be able to ride that damn horse. In all seriousness, now you learn every relationship you're in. You learn, and you learn a lot. You watch your red flags better, green flags. So you take your experience and your knowledge, and you apply it to the next one. So I'm going to encourage you. Here's what I want you to do. Here's your homework. Because on this channel, we give homework out, Ding. And you got a homework assignment. So today's Friday, July the 3rd. In the next 2 weeks, I want you to come back over the next 2 weeks. And part of your homework is to find a girl and go on a date with them. All right? That's it. You can go to Jollibee or Chowking or just go to the park. But I want you to find a girl that's a nice person and take them on a date. All right? She was overseas worker and found someone. Well, there you go. Look, long distance relationships are extremely hard, but let me tell you, most girls that you meet that are long distance are shopping, meaning they're fishing. If somebody better comes along, they're going to snag them and move on. That's the reality. And I don't blame Filipinas and girls from Thailand and other countries doing this fishing thing. So why are you dating somebody online or who's an OFW? Sorry, an OFW. You don't need to date an OFW in the Philippines. Find somebody local and go on a date with them and see if you guys have like-mindedness. Because if they're, Jimmy says, Zaka Lee, yes. So, and it's just the way it is. How old are you, Ding? Let me know how old you are. How old you are. Well, apparently she didn't take it serious, right? She was shopping around. And I know that hurts. Trust me. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that type of betrayal, but it's not unusual. Is what I want you to understand. I want you to understand that betrayal has taught you many things. That betrayal has made you a better person today than you were then. You cannot let that betrayal destroy your future, handicap your future, stymie your future, retard your future. That's what you're letting it do. You can't let it do that. Well, that girl is going to have power over you. She's somewhere else in the world screwing some other dude, happy as a clam, and you're still stewing on it. Do you think she thinks about you? No, she doesn't. She doesn't. So why are you thinking about her? And I mean this as an old guy who's a brilliant guy who's been around for 250,000 years. You can't give that type of person space in your heart or your head. They're handicapping you, all right? And it's up to you to decide whether you're going to let them or you're not going to let them. And I encourage you, I employ you, I want to motivate you to say enough is enough. I'm finding a new girl. And we're going to damn Jollibee and having chicken. Jimmy says, if not together physically, there's nothing. I agree. As like when I was dating Lorelai, I'm kind of like, look, if this doesn't pan out quickly, then, and I was there in 6 months. And that's why I tell expats or people all the time who want to date Filipinas, look, if you're hanging on to some girl for 2, 3, 4 years that you've never seen, you don't have a relationship and it's not going to happen. You need to get your happy ass to the Philippines within a year of meeting a girl, period. If you want to be serious, get your happy ass to the Philippines within a year. Otherwise, you're just blowing smoke up each other's ass. Ken, Pat, if you are here, check your messages. Patrick, Ken sent you some nude pictures of himself. He wants you to check your messenger. Jimmy says, I've been burned many times. I might have done some burning myself. Hey, baby, you burn me, I burn you. It happens. And we don't really know all the time that we're burning people. We don't. Sometimes we don't because we're different. I may do something that totally offends somebody to the core. And not that I don't really realize it, but to me it doesn't matter because I don't have the same investment. So this chick that you were supposedly engaged to, she wasn't invested in your relationship as much as you were. That's why she left. And that's why it doesn't bother her. She wasn't invested. She was going along to get along. So I think we've probably been on both sides of that coin. But I want you to take what you've learned, the good and the bad. Because one thing everybody has to understand is no matter how bad things got in any situation, if you stop, think about it, take a deep breath, you're going to realize, yes, you've learned a lot of bad, a lot of things that you didn't like, but you're going to find some things that you did like. And maybe it's the fact that you figured out that you really like Korean fried chicken better than Jollibee's fried chicken. Because that girl took you to Korean fried chicken places more than Jollibee, right? Simple, but maybe that's what happened, Or maybe you discovered that you didn't, I dated a girl many thousands of years ago that was short, and she was bad, and she did me bad. And forever and ever and ever, I never dated a girl, I'm talking about 20, I never dated a girl shorter than me. Maybe an inch, but I never dated a 5-footer. Because in my brain, short was bad. So, but my wife is only 5'1". That's what I want you to do. I want to encourage you to find a cute girl to go out with. Patrick, same thing. I need you to make further headway. Ken, well, whatever. You guys can all invite a whole bunch of single women to the Branson, Missouri meetup if you guys want. And Jimmy says, please don't burn the damn fried chicken. I like fried chicken. I do. I gotta admit, the older I get, now I don't like it real greasy, but I like the Korean fried chicken. I gotta admit. There you go. Ken is 6'4", so nothing under 6 feet. Well, that takes out 90% of the population of females, Ken. So there you go. Exactly. Oh, well, whatever. and, but I will say this. There's nothing wrong with being alone, and you're better off being alone than in a bad relationship. The worst thing you can do, is to be in a bad relationship for one more day, right? Relationship that's not fulfilling to you, relationship that's not working. Um, Worst thing you can do is be there one more day. Lily, I want you to stop whatever the hell you're doing. But after years, she has reconciled me and asking me to go back. But you've already moved. Yeah, ding, what I would do, to be honest, I don't believe in going backwards. I am one of these guys that now look, and if you meet a chick in college and you guys date and you kind of drift away because you get a job here and they get a job here and there's no bad blood, yeah, all right, so what? I never encourage anybody to go backwards with a girl that a relationship, no matter if it's friends, family, or chicks or boyfriends, don't go backwards. If it ended up badly, don't go back and get your ass beat again. That's stupid. Don't do that. I wouldn't give them any time of my day. I wouldn't be polite to them and courteous to them. I would just pretend they don't exist. I would move on and keep them far away from me. I wouldn't let them be in my life. I wouldn't. I would tell her, and I don't know where you're at on this, but I would just simply, she doesn't exist. My life is different now. And she's not going to come in and play any role into my world. It's not going to do it. So you kick them off the table. As I've said before, I've explained this in some of my morning stuff. When you take somebody off the table, they're off the table. So you put her off the table and you leave her off the table and she stays there. If they come knocking one to get on the damn table again, you say no and you keep them over there. All right, send a link from Bruce. Okay, I'll check it out in a little bit, Patrick. Bruce. We like Bruce. Bruce is a good guy. Bruce asks, all right, hopefully it's not a bunch of nude pictures. My wife will get mad. I believe it. Thank you for believing me. Jimmy says, burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on. Absolutely. If you're stupid enough to get burned twice, then that's totally on you. But as a wise old man who's lived 482,000 years in 3 days, that's on you. You can decide whether you're going to get burned again or not. I figured out really quickly if I stuck my hand on a hot skillet, it hurt. And if I go and do it again, which unfortunately I've done it since then, it hurt, but that's my fault. So don't go backwards. Big Bruce, Bruce in the, yeah, Bruce, yeah, Big Bruce, yeah. Our friend Bruce living in the Philippines, yes. Bruce Roberts, if I remember right. Is that his last name, Roberts? I forgot now. But look, and the best thing you can do, though, is just go. You're in a country full of women. I mean, we tell people, we tell Americans, expats, Koreans, we tell every nation in the world, we tell every freaking man in the world, if you want a girlfriend, go to the Philippines. If you can't get a girlfriend living in the Philippines, no matter what you look like, then you're really screwed. Then you're not going to get a girlfriend anywhere. You might as zip it up, quiet it up, and never think about girls again. You need to go to the monastery and become a monk if you can't get a girlfriend in the Philippines. Period. All right? Don't want to be burned twice? No. 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 And it also isn't any good to take revenge on the girl either, to set her up and burn her. Don't do that. Because I think that's cheapening yourself. A lot of guys will go, the bitch burnt me. She hurt me. So, yeah, I'm going to tease her, drag her on a little bit, screw around with her, then I'm going to dump shit out of her. Don't do it. That just cheapens you. Because in the end, you're really not going to teach her a lesson. You're not going to get a lesson taught there. You're just going to become a turd yourself. Right? Patrick, hey, Ken, you want a 21-year-old Filipina? Ken is 98 years old. What would he do with the 21? That 21-year-old Patrick would kill Ken. Ken would have a heart attack right on his live stream. I mean, he would. Sorry, Ken. I just had to poke fun at you. Now, Jimmy may want a 21-year-old. Yeah, the 21-year-olds you guys all want to stay away from. You don't want the 21-year-olds, I promise you. You don't want the 21-year-olds. You want to stay away from them. You know, we got to keep away from the 21-year-olds. You got to marry one that's about 27, 28, 30, 32, 34, whatever the age is, but you got to stay away from the super young ones. One, it makes you look like a child molester, which is really bad. And two, it's not going to work. Because as soon as they come to your home country, they're going to find somebody better, younger than you are and dump your ass. So don't do it. That's a no-no. So it's all good. Thank you, kid. And I got to have somebody to torture on my live streams. It's kind of my job, right? Yeah. So that's the key. I tell everybody to fish in your own pond. Look, there, there's something wrong, and anyone who's not here now, who does a lot of fishing, could echo this. There's something wrong if I'm fishing in a lake and I catch a 50-pound big old beautiful red snapper out of the lake. Something's not right. So if I'm a fat guy, I'm an old guy, if I'm not, George Clooney or Tom Cruise looking, even though Tom Cruise is kind of disgusting, then why would a 21-year-old girl want you? You're their ticket out of their country. Now, if that's okay with you, that's okay with you. But if you want to be happy and successful in a relationship, you got to find somebody who goes into your own pond, right? You got to find somebody who closer to your age, closer to your looks. Dating a supermodel, if you look like me, yeah, there's something that's not going to work there. Not going to be right, right? Get it? I go between 39 and 40 and up. Good. 21 could be my grandchild. Yeah, right? Kind of weird, huh? Or 35. 35 is a good age for you, Ken, Patrick. So I'm just saying, because we're all older guys here above the age of 40. So what would a 40-year-old American, for instance, have in common with a 21-year-old Filipina? And remember, the 21-year-old Filipina is not a 21-year-old Filipina from 30 years ago. They're a modern 21-year-old with iPhones and technology and the internet. They're not the same. If you go after a 30-year-old who's made her way in the Philippines, she's going to be better at being what you're really looking for, what's going to make you happy, build you a home, and work with you. The 21-year-old is not who you think she is. So, ding like that. Lucy's still in the house. Lucy, what do you think about dating, marriage, all of that crap? You have any opinion about any of that? Am I right? Am I wrong, Lucy? Come on, Lucy, give us some opinion. Tell us what you think. Ken says, my sons are 40 and 41. See, there you go. You know, it just doesn't make logical sense. You got to fish in your own pond, boys and girls. Ding, you need to fish in your own pond. So you need to fish in somebody that would be happy to have you. Somebody that you would be happy to have, but that you guys make sense together, is what I'm saying. It's like the rich guys. Rich guys have a lot of money. They can get any girl they want. They usually never marry them. They just rent them and then get rid of them. But the girls get something out of it. But if you're looking for a wife, you got to look for who she is inside. Now, I'm going to give you some very serious relationship advice. You need to look at the girl or the guy and see how they behave when they think nobody's watching them. When they think nobody's around, you need to look to see how they behave. How they are around animals, how they are around old people, how they are around belongings. When nobody's watching them, are they a good person? Even when nobody's watching them. When they don't have to be a good person. Are they a kind, gentle person when nobody else is around? That's what you want to look for. And the key is a girl that smiles a lot. You always should date somebody that smiles a lot. So that's why I never dated, and I didn't even know girls existed until I met my wife because I don't smile. I'll do other ponds, fish. Very good point, Ken says. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, that is the honest to God truth. You take the spotlight off, how do they behave? I mean, that's why nobody would marry me because I'm an asswipe whether I'm in public or not, you know? Whether you're looking at me, I'm a bad guy no matter what you do. Woo! Fireworks. So, but seriously, you're in the Philippines, Ding, and you want a chick, or you want a guy, whatever, just look to see how they behave. And the same thing for girls in the Philippines. If you see Filipino men when nobody's looking, drinking, being lazy, not willing to take care of themselves or take care of business, those are the guys you want to pass. But if you're looking around and you see some dude who's taking out the trash, you know, who cares about themselves, who cares about their environment around them, when nobody's looking, telling you, he's going to then care about you. Because if he can't care enough about his environment, what's around him, and himself, then how is he going to care for you? That's what you got to think about. I know a lot of people in America make fun of us guys about our cars, right? Because we kind of have a love affair with cars in America. And we really do. And someday when I become rich, I will have 10 or 20 million cars, but I only have two. So we all love cars in America. How do you treat your cars? It says a lot about the type of person you are. Now, there are some guys that go a little apeshit over their cars, but, you know, that's probably why I'm bad because I got an old beat up fishing truck that looks like hell. You know. Blue Demon's in the house. Good to see you. Hello, everybody. Say hello to Blue Demon. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're here. Hey, you, Ken. Hey, you, Patrick. How are you? So, Blue, what are you up to tonight? Tell us what's going on with you. We are the inquiring minds. We want to know what's going on in your world. Remember, I am here to be your internet life coach. One word of advice: look me in the eyes. Don't be looking at my boobs. Don't be checking out my chest. You got to, you know, I'm right here. So don't be scoping out my cleavage. I'm here. Just saying. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. I'm planning to travel and work in Thailand. Okay, so that's an excuse why you can't go out with somebody. I know where you're going. Oh, I'm going to travel. So I can't have a girlfriend. You're doing that so you won't get hurt. You're making excuses so that you don't get hurt again. What's wrong with Thai chicks? Thai girls are fine. And if you like ladyboys, there's shitloads of ladyboys in Thailand. So, look, don't be making excuses to set your own self up for failure. You never, never, ever set your own self up for failure, right? Avoiding problems and issues, runaway solutions are not solutions. Let's see. Blue says, I also game. I am a gamer. Wow, excellent. I hope you're doing well. I hope your channel's great. I play games, but not like what you're talking about. Do a lot of live streams. So you do a lot of gaming live streams, or you do a lot of chit chat live streams, talking heads like mine. We also do a lot of travel live streams. When we go places, we just randomly pop up and do shit and show you things. Ken says, "Oh, that should be a live highlight of what you just did." Oh, this? Look here. Not here. Look here. Maybe I can highlight. Maybe I can go back and find that one and highlight it myself. Yeah, that might be good. Ken, you're right. I might have to dig through this in a couple of days and see if I can find that segment. Here, let me do this. Let me do a lot of this real quick because then I know when I get to this, I got to back up about a minute or two. Nice to meet us again. From John, nice to meet you again. Good to see you again. Thank you for the thumbs up. How are you in your world? Remember, I'm here to be your life coach. How can I help you today with any problems you have in your world? Or is there anything that you would like to share from your world to us. Those are not bombs going off, just in case you know. They are firecrackers because it's 4th of July tomorrow here in the great country of the United States of America. Happy Independence Day. 250 years we've been kicking and screaming and paying taxes. Okay, brother, I'm listening to your advice. Good. Well, that's good. It's free advice. You should listen to it. Holy shit, I used to get paid for this shit. You guys don't realize. I know. You don't realize and you don't know, which is okay. I used to get paid for giving advice, and I'm talking about $300 an hour. You know, sometimes even a whole lot more than that. So, yeah, you're getting this all for free. Plus, you get to look at my hat, not my boobs, my hat. Ah, go get it. Get it. Get it. My dog's so tired. Right, liking that? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So don't be shy. You guys want to see my light? Here's what the light that kicked on. I'll back out so you can see. So this is how cool my little outdoors area is. I got me my own little lamp. I got my own little lamp out here. John says, where's your dog? Yeah, right over there. My dog has a real thing about things touching her butt. And, she doesn't like it when the bugs, the June bugs and the flies, touches her butt. It was kind of funny. I think she's getting ready to go inside. But my dog is here. Blue says, I came from Michael and Venus and Ken's group. Nice to meet you. Well, it's good to have you here. The good thing is, I brought all of them to the world, man. Come on, Ken. Without me, they'd be nothing. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They're both very nice people. Ken's a good guy. Mike's a good guy. So, thank you for coming in. Appreciate the support. And Patrick, too. That's good. I think Ken and I have probably been doing this about the same length of time. Michael's fairly new to YouTube. Pat's fairly new. So, Jimmy is here, giving me shit about gambling. But thank you for being here. We appreciate the support, the thumbs up, the shout out, sharing our channel. Dance, baby, dance. Is that what we got there? They look like little baby aliens. John, is that what those are, little baby aliens? Us old people have trouble seeing. They look like baby aliens. Dancing baby aliens. Well, let me check you out. Let me go verify your channel. Patrick, Ken, do you guys know Blue? Are you guys good with Blue? Do you know Blue? All right. So you okay, Pat? Okay. Just double checking, man. I got to double check. You know, I'm just double checking. All right. Hold on. Let me scroll up here and turn you blue. And I'll turn Ding blue too while I'm at it. All right. You should be coming blue. Where's Ding? All right. You guys both should be blue. John says, I'm a sub. You're subbing to us. Thank you for that. Tony's in the house. The water is good to see you, my friend. Tony, I want to talk to you. Tony, everybody say hello to the walrus. Blue, see, I turned you blue. I subscribe to you now. Thank you for doing that. John, you guys all check out your John for me, please. I know I'm not pronouncing his name right. Hello, Brother Tony. Good to see you. That's the Waters. So much. Yes. Don't let me down. You get out there and tell the world that you just ran across one of the greatest YouTube channels in the world. That's why I gave you blue, because you promised to do that. You know, you got to help me raise funds so I can buy my wife a house. My poor Filipino wife needs a house. That's why I do this. All my blue people are supposed to help me do it. So you got to go out there and share it with the world and say there's a great, outstanding YouTuber who needs to raise funds to buy his poor Filipina a house so that she doesn't have to be homeless. Hey, ding, ding. Thank you. Says yes. Can you blue me, please? Let me see if I can get to your channel. Patrick or anybody, Ken, would you guys go to John's channel and tell me what you think? Hey, ding, I have subbed to you and left you a comment. Outstanding. And remember, if you're blue, you can drop a link to anything you want, YouTube channel or a video. So I don't know if Ken is still hanging out there, or Patrick, or anybody. So for some reason, it's not letting me go to that. Let me try something else. Maybe I can do it. Fireworks are going on. Tony, don't go away. I wanted to tell you something. So Tony the Walrus, stick around. I want to say something to you. Where are we at? Well, you only have John. You only have 2 subscribers, so you're not a. It wouldn't do you any good to be blue. So you're not going to come blue because you really don't have a channel. You just have 2 subs. You have no content. So it doesn't do you any good to be blue. Okie dokie. Oh, I can ask a goal. I don't know what all this is about. I wanted to. Anyway, let me get out of that. Let's see. Where are we at? Sorry. Blue says, yeah, I made it to 900 subs. Excellent. That's great. We don't concentrate on subs. We concentrate on views. So if you guys want to go and help me out, besides giving me money because I'm an e-beggar, if you go to my YouTube channel and just watch all of my shorts, I got a playlist called Shorts. Just let them run in the background, and I'll get 300 views. Because to me, getting views is more important than getting subs. So, Tony, I know the other day, and Patrick was there. I know Michael was quite a bit upset the other day. He didn't mention my name, but I knew what he was talking about. So, I just wanted to tell you that I kind of laid into MJ a little bit about his behavior and about how he should behave and all of that good stuff. And I hope he took it to heart. I don't know if he did or not. But he brought up, and I know he didn't name your name, but I know he brought up you and a couple of other people, how you guys have all betrayed him and shit like that. And I had a little bit, along with somebody else that was on the channel. Pat was there, but there was another gentleman there that I had never met before. We had a kind of a chat about him being an ass. And if he wants to grow his channel and be a good friend, then he can't be an ass. Or if he just wants to be an ass, then he can be an ass. If he wants to fight and argue with people and tell them that they're wrong all the time, well, then that's his right, but he's not going to grow his channel, and he's not going to have friends like he says he wants to have friends. So I gave him that lecture. I just wanted everybody to know that I did give him my lecture. Pat was there. You know, Pat's probably heard my lecture before, but I know that, I know. And so I kind of laid into him a little bit. So hopefully, maybe he'll do better. And I also know that he said that Venus gave him a lecture too. So I don't know if that helps or not. I just thought I would mention that, Tony, because you were here. Because, and I guess my follow up point to that, you're always welcome at our channel, our group, anything you want to come to, be a part of. Everybody is welcome here, whether you have a beef with any other YouTube channel, or any other person. David doesn't give a shit about all that garbage. Everybody is welcomed here, no matter where you're from, what you do, what you speak, what you don't speak, who you sleep with or who you don't sleep with. David doesn't care. Everybody's welcomed. All right. So, okay. All right. So maybe you heard part of that. I don't know if it did any good. And I know I teach you all that you can't rationalize if somebody's drunk, and you can't. But I was hoping he wasn't quite there yet, and maybe some of it would sink in. Because he's a good guy. He just, you know, you got to decide what you want out of your relationship with YouTube. You know, I'm still waiting for Elon Musk or Mr. Big to come onto my channel and say, "Oh my God, your channel really sucks. So let me give you some money and let you go away." You know, so I'm still working on that. You know, I'm gonna get over here in my light a little bit. I know Mike agreed with yeah, yeah. I know he agreed, right? But did he take it to heart? There's a difference between shaking your head and going, "Yeah, I know you're right," versus going, "I need to apply what I've just been told, what I have learned to make things different," right? So there's a difference between agreeing and applying. Where are you doing that at, Blue? Where are you doing a live stream at? What part of the world? What part of the country, state? Where? Tell me where. What's your location? We're in the heart of America. We're doing gigantic fireworks here. But we're probably not going to live stream it. 10 million people will be live streaming fireworks. I don't think we'll be one of them. I may do a live stream early in the morning. I've been working on some books and some psychology stuff and some philosophy and some mentoring and some life coaching things in the mornings. And so I may pick up on some of that tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, just to give me something to do in the morning while Lorelai's asleep. Tomorrow, let's see. No. I'm talking about the other. Oh, yeah. The other guy totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember his name. Is my point. You're right, Walrus. He did. He seemed like a very nice guy. He was out of Florida, Southern Florida. Seemed like a very educated guy, well mannered. He got it, and I know Pat gets it, but I don't think MJ did. But that other guy seemed like a really nice guy, though. So, and and look, the good thing about my channel is we don't have to agree on everything at all. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like everything I say. But here we can have civilized conversations and discussions and talk about topics that a lot of channels won't touch, like politics and religion and crap. I'll talk about them. We may not talk a lot about them. If it goes down the stupid rabbit hole, then we won't talk about it. And not everybody has to participate in the topics. I can carry on a conversation of multiple conversations at a time. So Patrick says, "Yippers, I get it. Yes, I agree. Yeah, Pat got it. He understands." You know, um, I do think it's funny, and I'll pick on Mike a little bit, and I say this to him, so it's not like I'm talking out of turn. Um, I like it when smart people who keep telling us how smart they are too dumb to see what's around them. You know what I mean? And maybe I was that way as a young man. I'm dumb now because of my brain injury from my coma, my squishy brain. So I'm pretty dumb now. But back in the day, I was really smart. And I told everybody how smart I was. And I had no clue how stupid I really was. So, and I think Mike is in that phase. You know, he's really smart, tells us all how smart he is, but yet he doesn't have the smart people have the ability to listen and learn from what others say and do. Some of the smartest people in the world are some of the more quiet people, like Elon Musk. You know, Elon Musk doesn't talk a lot, believe it or not. You know, I've studied him a lot. I do think he's an alien from another planet, but he doesn't talk. I talk a lot, right? Elon Musk doesn't do that. When he is asked questions, he talks slow and deliberate, and he's thinking about 400 things in his brain. So, you know. But Tony, we want you to come up to Branson in October is what we want you to do. We want everybody to come up. Ozzy come down, Jimmy come up. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party. Maybe I'll do a strip tease if that helps. You know. So Awaris, Tony, what are you up to tonight? Are you gonna do anything for the 4th of July? And Demon didn't tell us where he's doing his 4th of July is yet. We are in the middle of America. I mean, it's already going crazy, but we're not going to go fight the crowds. Well, the Warrior says, I know that he's smart and intelligent, but he lacks empathy for those around him, and he can be very condescending, absolutely. Alas, at least he was to you and to others. He is, and he was. And look, and I'm going to say this, and I say this to his face, and if he's listening, Mike, you're not as smart as you think you are. You're a smart guy, but you're not as smart as you think you are. Trust me on this one. So that's part of the problem. I don't understand why he doesn't have empathy because he's kind of a contradiction. He talks about love and friendship, but then he has no empathy for anybody. So it's kind of a weird thing. And and that's what I told him. I said, being condescending is not going to work. I mean, and who are you to be condescending? Who are you to tell somebody that they're wrong? Who in the hell are you to tell somebody that they're wrong? Who are you? Right? That's how I look at things. Yes, Joshua and I will be talking about writing together to Brad. Great. Do I know Joshua? You guys are great. That's welcome, man. Love to have you guys. Who's Joshua? Do I know Joshua? Not that I need to. Just curious. We look forward to you guys coming up. You guys will like Branson. Get you out of Texas anyway. And, we'll have a good time. You know, if everybody wants, we'll pick up a bunch of drugs and hookers. No, we're not doing any of that. Get that out of your head, Jimmy. But it'll be a good time. It'll be exciting. And you never know, it may actually lead to growing something bigger. You got to start small. I put on a lot of programs over the years at the college level where I spoke in front of thousands of people that started off with a small group into big groups and conferences and all kinds of things. I've done a lot of different things. And so you never know. We may turn it into something pretty impressive every year in America. Yeah, I know. Kind of weird, right? Uh, well, hey, you hit it right on the head again about empathy and talking about. I know. Kind of weird, right? It may be, if you look at this from a psychological standpoint, maybe it's the mere fact that I believe this. And I really do. And I'll say this. If you're always talking about, I don't know, let's say sexuality, if you're always talking about sexuality, or if you're always talking about like how many girls you sleep with, let's just go with this route. If somebody is always running around saying, oh man, I sleep with this girl, that girl, it's probably the opposite. They're desperate and they wish they had a girlfriend. So I think when somebody is always talking about how much they love everybody, they're wishing somebody would love them. I think that's the psychology behind that. When somebody's running around trying to show love, whether it's fake or not, or truly from the body, from the heart, the mind, I think it's more about them wanting somebody to love them. That's what I think. And I think he's probably that way. Joshua Lee. Okay, all right. That's what I think. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but you guys let me know if I'm on the right track there. Ooh, got a skeeter bite. But that's what I think. If somebody's always making fun of people being gay, then maybe they're wondering about their own sexuality, right? If they're always talking about how rich they are, well, they're not really rich. Stuff like that. That's what I think. I think, and they're wanting attention, and I think they're desperate for attention a lot of times. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong now. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see. It's after 9 o'clock already. So what did you guys? And I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. So I'm going to get off of here, everybody, and go inside before I get killed by mosquitoes. I've got some things to do in the house. I need to take a shower. I stink. Does anybody else stink? How about you guys? Do you guys stink? I stink. I need to take a shower. So we appreciate everybody being here tonight. Thank you all for the thumbs up. We got a whole bunch of them. And if you guys need anything, just let me know. But as you can see, it's getting dark out. So let me get inside before the skeeters kill me. And we appreciate everybody. You guys all take care. And oh, Tony, are you going to go live sometime soon? Yeah, let us know. Let me go to your channel. Are you going live later? All right, Patrick, good to see you. Walrus, good to see you. Everybody else, Blue Demon, everybody else coming in tonight. Thank you for being here, but I got to go. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.